Tray 21, my friends, here in the Decadent Choco Cake Tower is now ours, and we got the guide for you to prove it here today. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I couldn't be more excited about this because we did it without Chamelia Cookie, and we're going to talk about that here today in our episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I'd love to hear from you and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, that information is available to you down below with a ton of other great things here to keep you in the know in the community. Additionally, all our timestamps where we will break down the 4 T's, the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to help you succeed here and break down Tray 21. I couldn't be more excited. So let's get to it here today because that is why you are here. So a couple things about this. Like I said, we did Chamelia, didn't use it, and that is a big piece right there, as you can see as we move up from 21 to 22 right here. Chamelia Cookie. And truth be told, I got a big secret to tell you. I didn't get it. So terrible. I actually forgot to use up my pity. I was too busy with everything else going on, unfortunately, and I was going to make a live stream. So if you enjoy a live stream, please feel free to like and subscribe. It's a great way to stay up to date on those kinds of things. So I actually had to do this without that cookie, and I am so excited about this because we got a great way to do it without this one, by the way, as a free-to-play player. So let's go ahead and break down the Choco Planet. One of my favorite bosses, as always, because typically it's a multi-hit boss. We talk about this all the time in terms of the ticks, so let's get into it here today so that you can learn a little bit more about Decadent Choco Cake Tower Tray 21. So a couple things here. First and foremost, we always have these special conditions. In this battle, cookies will have certain adjusted stats. Min cookie level 70, min skill level 70, min cookie grade is 5 stars. Bond Sugar Gnome, Laboratory Costume Set, skill level, Guild Relics, Landmark, Statue of Heroic, Radiance, Topping Bonus, Effects, X. Means absolutely this. Biscuits matter, my friends. That is super important there for us to keep in mind, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more here in a second. Additionally, here we got the boss, Choco Planet. This enemy has a rage meter that increases continuously, and when full, their attack speed increases. They become fatigued when affected with damage amplification repeatedly. When fatigued, their rage meter decreases, and they receive more damage for a certain period of time. Yes. So a couple things here. We got Indomitable Will. After receiving a certain amount of regular attack damage over a given period of time, cast a debuff that will greatly reduce attack and attack speed regardless of debuff immunity. Additionally, here we got Planet. Gains immunity from all your debuffs, making your allies weary upon dealing damage. Yes, this thing can knock you out. A little bit of RNG on this, by the way, so we'll continue to move our way through. Gravity Sling attacks 2 random targets. Once again, targets cookies first. We also have Gravity Field. Deals damage to your entire team and gains that hit shield. Thing can be a problem. We also have Gravity Reversed. Deals damage to all enemies, reducing their move and attack speed random to enemies. Once again, targets cookies first. Gains the Gravity Reverse status that prevents them from moving. This status cannot be dispelled with debuff removing skills, so keep that in mind. Then initially here we got Lunar Eclipse. Deals damage to all enemies, puts to sleep the enemy with the highest max HP and the enemy with the highest attack. So that's fairly consistent there, so keep that in mind. So these are the recommended cookies: White Lily, Moonlight, and Chamelia Cookie right there. And like I said, I did it without this cookie. I generally think that this one is a big one to help you get by. I don't have it. I admitted to that, and I told you why. Real life got in the way, and we still got a guide to help you get by. So again, do you like creative things? Do you like free to play? And you like number one free to play player, me? Thank you, and a great time to like and subscribe. So let's go ahead and talk about this team just a little bit more here. So a couple things. We're running 2 of them. I highly should suggest that. There's other cookies that do also help with amplification here, just like this Black Raisin as an example. You can also get other amplification in here with other things like Linzer. So giving you some ideas on how to play by this. The reason why I like this one is it gives us some ticks and multi-hits on the boss, additionally giving us that damage amplification. Now, a couple other things here, though. We are taking advantage of Moonlight. Moonlight's got a nice little buff here with that Soul Jam. A couple things here. You can take advantage of the rally effect. You got the debuff resist. You got team gains extra debuff resist as well when the skill gets used. Very, very nice. If you can get this thing to 20, I'm at 17. It's going to be even better, my friends, I promise. So keep that in mind. We're taking advantage of White Lily here. Wind Archer is going to be that key one to drill in lots of damage. Maybe you want to flip into creme brulee as an example here. So we talked about 2 other things. Again, Chamelia Cookie in this one for you too. And then using Mystic Flour here. If you don't have Mystic Flour, I would use something like a parfait here. You want to get that extra added bubble, extra help outside of your regular HP and those heals, or you just want to get tons and tons of heals in here. I was also able to do this, as you can see, without a secondary main healer. We are using White Lily as that additional heal, so keep that in mind. That's a big strategy to kind of help you get through. And then having at least 3 of these to really help stun that boss is going to be key for your success here. So those are all the big concepts that I can share with you in terms of our tips and tricks, and in terms of this team and specific builds to keep in mind as you take down the Choco Planet here. Now, additionally, in terms of our treasures, what we've done is we got Old Pilgrim Scroll. You could switch this one into a little bit more defense here with Disciples if you wanted to. Additionally, we got the good old, I'm going to flip back there, Squishy Jelly Watch. You can move over to the one with more attack if that works better for you. And then last but not least, Cape of the Vanquisher. I'm only a level 5. That's right. So other things to consider there for the speed of your team as well and getting those hits in. So I think those things are great ideas. You can all obviously move around your treasures that make more sense for you there as well. Again, area of improvement for me, and something that might be more beneficial to you depending on where you're at in your gameplay. Now, don't forget, topping bonus effects don't matter. Biscuits do and your gear still does. So it's a great time to like and subscribe right now for content like this and future content, and additionally our gear list, toppings, and biscuits, my friends. We do have a playlist available to you as we break these things down even more. So the strategy that I took here is a cooldown. We've moved some of our biscuits around if you've been paying attention to some of my other guides. Again, my advice here is to really kind of focus on cooldown. Get that cooldown in, get these debuffs on, get the amplification damage that's going to shut this thing down and let Wind Archer do what they do best. Lots of damage. So there we're on cooldown. Here we stayed on attack. We got a lot of cooldown here. I flipped this one over as well. You could move into more cooldown if you wanted to. However, I was able to make it work from that perspective. Again, White Lily, same thing. I moved all the cooldown onto this one. And then additionally here, we're on cooldown. We got nice cooldown here and other damage resist HP. And then here I want to attack and some damage resist, a little bit of cooldown. You can move over to damage resist bypass if you wanted to, or just more of an attack forward concept with Wind Archer. And thank you to the individual who did put in the comments, which cookie would you build all your cooldown on? Well, it's pretty tough, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm giving you a shout out here, so thank you for that comment regardless. Because I do truly appreciate that, and I will give you a shout out with that as well. So here we go. Where are you? Maximilian, thank you very much, Maximilian. In the last couple hours you commented, so we'll give you that. And for those of you that enjoy those kinds of things, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, because I love doing these things. And additionally, feel free to join us in our amazing community and Discord server, because you might get featured here just like Maximilian. All right, so now we're going back into it, my friends here. Everything that you saw there in terms of our breakdown, I know some of you like to see outside the gear list some of the specific all gear, so I'll show that real quickly here so you can see where I'm sitting in terms of our cooldowns. I know we get a lot of questions about that. Generally, what you're going to find, I'm well above 30, except for a couple of those, so definitely over 25. Hopefully that gives you hope, and hope from me as your strategy. As we like to say, strategy is key to take things like the Choco Planet down. So with that, that is everything that you need to know from my perspective in terms of tips and tricks. Our 4 T's, that's the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings, in order to help you succeed here and take down Choco Planet. You saw that at the beginning. Now it is time for us to make a run and make it happen. We're going to talk about a couple more few things here to help you do that. Now, if you got a question, if you got a comment, please let me know. I love to hear from you. You can add me on the socials as well. And additionally, my friends, let's go. Here we are, because when you see it. So here is the big difference here that I'm going to do. I'm actually on auto, and then I'm dropping a 1.5. The biggest thing that I'm going to continue to say here is making sure that you are continuously clicking, continuously activating, because the biggest thing that I have found is just that one couple seconds here can make the world of difference by activating your cookies, taking control of the lineup, and helping you get through. When I first beat this, if you watched at the beginning there, It was literally 0 seconds. I did not know if it was going to happen. So my best thing that I can tell you here is keep trying, because it makes a big difference. I have tried a few times with a few different teams. This was the most successful team that I was able to put together for you here today. And this is the team that will get it done. So regardless of those stats, if your stats are better than mine, I think you're going to be just fine, as I like to say. So just make sure that you constantly get these in to constantly make the debuff happen. You're going to find there's a few things when this boss gets knocked down and stunned, just like this, where you're going to be able to really load up and get a ton of damage in there and really succeed. Now, the other thing is, don't give up hope. Make sure that your strategy is solid by using a team like this, because what will happen is you may end up getting really unlucky and getting knocked out. However, you can still finish it with 1 or 2 cookies to spare. Just like this, we're getting really close down to the wire. Make sure that you constantly are knocking on these ones that are stunned and allowing them to get in there and stun just like that. I paid too much attention to make sure that we could get through it. If you've watched these episodes on the trays, I am hyper focused for you. I'm not paying as much attention. I'm trying to talk through it. And you know what? We did back-to-backs, and even better, we improved from 0 to 12 seconds just for you here today. My friends, that is the amazing Decadent Choco Cake Tower Tray 21 against one of my favorite bosses here, the Choco Planet. And we did a 12x improvement there for you here with more focus and live content, because we pulled it off for you here today. With that, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. I truly appreciate that support. If you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Please join us in our amazing, awesome community and Discord server, almost 1,000 people, which is crazy. So thank you. Please feel free to come hang out, because we got such an amazing community. And many of you ask me questions. Please go there first. I do my best to respond, but there are so many amazing players in there, and I could not be more humbled to be blessed with your presence, and hopefully yours as well. All that information is available to you down below. If you got a question, please let me know, and love to hear from you as well. And again, with that, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. On top of that, thank you so much to our members. We do have memberships available to you, emotes, icons, priority access, extra videos, those kinds of things. You can check that out. I truly appreciate that. We also got affiliate links and a swag and merch store. So check it out, because it is that time of the year, my friends. And don't forget my socials, @me, chat me, stay connected, because I do truly like to share, just like Maximilian. So check it out, and you might be featured here on the channel. With that, my friends, we'll see you again soon. Onwards and upwards, Tray 21. Check. Until next time, take care and keep on running.